next guest is here to make us his buttery, fragrant, chocolate-dipped orange blossom Madeleines. Please welcome back lifestyle expert and our good friend, Theodore Leaf. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Excited to have you. Joining Cam at the counter are our resident Cookie Monsters.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
But I should say fancy Cookie Monsters because, we're not sure really is... First of all, let me say, Madeleine is not just a girl's name.
No, it's not.
But is it a cookie? Is it a cake?
It's actually a cake that looks like a cookie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's very French, yes.
It tastes good.
It's like a buttery, gorgeous cake, but it's in a little cookie form.
And why is this one of your favorite cookies to make? Oh, excuse me, cakes to make.
Cakes, excuse me. Because you can really change the flavors. I actually made these when I worked at Bouchon in New York,
Fancy.
and I would make the batter the night before. And so if you're entertaining, you could actually have a gorgeous little patisserie moment in the morning.
A patisserie
Because you could just pull it from the fridge, bake it off, and you're good to go. And this one, we added orange blossoms. You could add a lot of different things.
And they actually come together pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
So over here, we've whisked our eggs quite a bit.
We whisked our eggs. We want a lot of volume in there.
Okay.
Pale yellow.
Right.
In French, this is called blanchir.
Blanchir.
And I only say that because otherwise I'll forget and I want to get my money's worth for my school, okay? All right, so let's turn this guy on.
Okay. So how long would this be? Like 3, 4 minutes?
Like 3-4 minutes, yeah, until
Really?
it's pale yellow.
Because we're not using any leavener.
No, no leavener.
Okay.
Pale yellow, like that beautiful little flower. All right, so now we're gonna add in our sugar.
Right.
Is sugar a wet or a dry ingredient?
Am I being tested?
You're being
Am I at
tested.
patisserie school? I would say that sugar... Well, because you've asked me, I'm going to tell you it's a wet ingredient because I feel like it's a trick question.
It's a wet ingredient because it melts.
Oh!
How about that? You're only seeing it in its dry form. Who knew this whole
Oh
time?
my gosh, of course you can do it on the stove and make it liquid sugar.
Exactly.
learn
Liquid
something new
sugar,
every day.
caramel, all the things.
Oh, I love that, okay.
We're also gonna do some vanilla bean paste. Vanilla bean paste is incredible because they scrape the vanilla beans for you and they put it in a little bit of a paste which helps to preserve it.
It smells so good.
I mean, you guys,
Wow, let me
seriously
smell
get
that. That's
involved.
nice.
It
We
is
just-
like
Is
amazing.
there anything wrong with...
There's nothing wrong with tasting it because vanilla beans are actually really expensive. This is our orange blossom water.
Oh my goodness.
This is so delicate and feminine and beautiful and spring and just all the things. So
It
we're just gonna
reminds me
pour
of
that in
being
there.
on the beach in like Greece or something. I love that.
Let's go to the beach. Let's do that.
it. So why the orange blossom water?
Because it's citrus season. I started making these in New York, and then when I moved back home to LA, I was just like, it's citrus season. What's something neutral? And
Right.
this recipe is very neutral. You can have whatever you want.
Okay, and I love how easy you're making this because they can be very intimidating.
Can I ask where you'd find orange blossom water? Like, where would you buy it?
You could find this in like a baking shop or also like a Middle Eastern market. You can find things like that. You could also get it online. We just have some flour and some salt. We're gonna mix this together. You always want salt in baked goods and sweet things because it just helps bring out all the flavors. So we're doing this off of, oh, let's get all that.
Yeah, that goodness. You don't want
Excuse
to waste
me, we almost.
It's very expensive, the vanilla bean.
The vanilla bean is very expensive, and that's why the paste is also a really great thing to buy. So we're just
right.
gonna mix that in, and I like to see it too.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put in our dry
And
ingredients.
there's really not that much flour in there.
No, this is actually only a half a cup.
So the whole recipe is really just eggs.
It's a lot of eggs and melted butter,
So it's
if
good
you
for me.
don't
This
mind.
is like a healthy cake cookie then.
Yeah.
I
kid's
mean,
favorite.
let's not go there.
It's my kid's favorite, I gotta say that.
Is it
I love
really?
this. Absolute favorite.
Well, I will say portion control. They're small.
Yeah?
They're
Yeah,
small.
so you just have to eat
don't-
all, like 10 of them.
All
Start
right,
pouring
get
it
in
in.
there.
So this is unsalted butter?
Unsalted butter
Right.
or salted butter. Honestly, people get so bent out of shape of it. It's honestly about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in salted butter. So calm down. If that's what you have, if that's what you have, don't stress out.
Like,
it's
I can't have too much sugar.
We're
I mean, too much
already
salt,
baking.
excuse me.
I mean, like let's do it. I also, a little
funny.
tip is the straight side is what you want to use when you're cleaning the side. It really helps.
I love that you're here, Theodore. It's like we've all been to
Culinary school?
culinary school,
Yes.
patisserie school, if you will.
And you didn't even have to change your outfit.
No, look at that.
Seriously, it was 9 a.m. The first time I was in school, I'm in this outfit, I'm chopping onions. I was like, I haven't chopped onions without a glass of wine in so long. So this is a buttered Madeleine pan. You have to have a Madeleine pan or you're just not making Madeleines.
Right,
And you
then
want
you're
to
just making little cakes.
little
because
baby cakes.
The whole point of the Madeleine is it's shaped like a little seashell.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're making like those little cupcake things that they come in a bag. We're not doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and then you want to brush it so that you get the grooves. I just use a spoon just to spoon these in.
Do you let your batter rest or put it in the fridge? Or
You can totally put this in the fridge overnight or maybe even a day. You can also freeze it if you want.
Oh.
This recipe will give you about 12.
And I'm noticing that you are not filling
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
little
say that.
shell.
Don't go crazy. Oh, it's gonna spread out. Calm down, it's all good.
And you want them a little flat anyway. You don't want them like poof.
No, you want a little bump at the top.
Yeah, but
which
not
you'll see-
like a-
No, not crazy because
muffin.
it'll lose its shape.
Right, okay.
Everybody always gets so stressed out when they're baking and cooking. I always just say, listen, just take a deep breath and relax. It's
Baking
fine.
is a lot
Scary,
easier
though.
than baking.
Yeah.
Especially when you call something a Madeleine.
This is true. This is true. So we're just gonna put this in the oven. Act like we've got all these in here.
How long do
After
those go in?
375, 8 minutes. We have, see, that's the little bump we're talking about.
That's impressive. I'm sorry. I mean, I always saw the Madeleines and I always thought they were totally unmakeable, like, at home. They're
Do
so
it.
fancy looking.
No,
Look
you
how
can
easy
do
it
it.
is.
Just buy the pan. You're good. And we're just gonna dip the side in a little Candy Melts chocolate, which is so fabulous. This is the dark chocolate flavor. Chocolate and orange is obviously a great combination.
Yeah.
Could you do, if you didn't do the orange blossom, could you do like an almond
Oh,
extract?
yes. I love almond extract. And then you could do the little chocolate, and then you could add little thin almonds on the top.
Ooh, look
Oh,
at you,
almonds.
Debbie.
You guys are taking fancy to a next level.
So we would just do that. Okay, we've
good
got
those are.
these. You put them in the fridge
Okay, for how long?
just for about 15 minutes until they set. And then magically, we've got this gorgeous.
Look at that.
Look how cute these
They're
are.
gorgeous.
And
They
then when your
really are.
guests come over,
I think
how impressed
Your
are people?
kids would
telling
love
you, like,
this, right?
They would be like, Dad, who are you?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's amazing that you just made that. Those look fantastic.
You're a
Better than anything.
superhero.
Cheers.
Delicious too, I might add. Full recipe, everybody. Go to hallmarkchannel.com and you can connect with Theodore on his website as well.